Testing, testing. Okay. Do I have everything? I need to update the wish list and sales. Let me see. They are at 1,414 and 148. So that's awesome. Still selling copies. And today I'm going to rate some new features. But first let me finish making a post. I'm logged in. Okay. So I've been thinking about this for a couple of days, that I should make a post-mortem. Well, not really post-mortem, but a post-release thread on Roguelike dev. I wrote it already. And yeah, still need to post it. So let's do that real quick. This is the post. And let's put this in and fix maybe some spelling, some sentences. Roguelike dev. So normally you're not allowed to post twice, but they said if it's a bigger update, which I think this is, then that's fine. So before I enter the title, okay, why is this all code? Why are these online text editors so stupid? But the worst one is the Steam one. Been fighting that text editor over pointed lists. So hi, this is Max again, developer of Rangedrifter, the 3D ASCII roguelike. I posted about a week ago. Thought I'd let you know how the release into early access went and have some numbers for you. Every day in the 2 months, 1 or 2 months before the launch, I streamed the game's development and uploaded a gameplay clip as a YouTube short. I had about 1 to 5 viewers on Twitch and 300 to 900 views on the shorts. Recordings of the streams had gotten about 30 views on YouTube. A week before release, I created a post in this forum writing about the game's development, which got a huge response. On release day, I posted on... okay, just took that out. Posted on r/roguelikes, writing about the game itself. Also got a very positive response. the days of the first week, the game sold these copies of a total for 145 copies. After discount, taxes, Steam's share and refunds, that still amounts to what my monthly rent is. So thank you to all of you who bought the game. Thank you to all of you. Tempted to say thank you to all of you who trusted me and bought the game, but I'm not sure if that's better. Let's leave it at that. The small introductory discount runs out today, so I'm curious to see if these numbers remain stable. So it still runs for, I think, 6 or 7 hours. No. Where is it? But I'm not sure how long the mods will keep this post in the queue. So it might come out after the discount is over, but I don't think so. It normally only take a couple of hours, if at all. Yeah, so let's just keep going. People have reported some issues with the game on the Steam discussion forum, but way less than I feared. The first bug reported was that the game opens HD-sized windows on 4K screens, which was easy to fix. The other that you could drag boulders through a door, but they would get stuck and basically lock you out. I've also had a person praising the game in the post, but slamming it in the headline, which is nice. But overall, the reception has been great, and the criticism is constructive. The game has gotten 6 reviews, all of them positive, which is amazing to me. I think I added something there. Oh yeah, there's something missing. It currently sits at 24 active daily active players. First update was the 4K fix, which was easy to do. Second one fixed minor gameplay inconsistencies. The third one added the Steam API, mainly for Steam Deck support, and added some features, but mostly paid technical debt. I created a tutorial yesterday that explains the game's basic after seeing that many players have only played for 20 to 30 minutes. The game's wishlists skyrocketed from 500 to over 1400. I'm sure there are many reasons for why people are deferring their purchase of the game, but I thought more would after the game has gotten its first positive reviews. I have a demo ready to release once it's through the Steam review that maybe will persuade some, that may persuade some of the wishlisters. I'm also still struggling to promote the game and haven't found the right channels to do so. Shorts are working, I think, but they are not reliable, completely dependent on the YouTube algorithm. And their reach. With a month's rent in the bag, I'm marching ahead, finding and fixing the problems the game has, like dungeons becoming kind of optional once you have collected good gear, and I'm excited to expand this world that I now share with its players. With the players. I'm excited to expand this world now that I now share with the players. Please, if you have suggestions on how I could do better, put them in the comments. You can find the game on Steam if you want to check it out. Thank you for your time. I think that's okay. So title is Maybe I put the game's title in the title. Maybe people remember that. Shooter's first week's numbers after the early access launch. Too analytical. Maybe like that. Wait, was that not 2 weeks ago? That was 2 weeks ago. When was it? 14 days ago. Yeah. Well, I mean, the still was related to the discounts, but yeah, I'll still check it out. Don't want to make it sound like I'm ungrateful, which I'm not. Also, I'm looking if I have the 1 week in there again, but I don't think so. Where's the update? I didn't add that I changed the ground color. Why do I always press buttons? Hello? Another stupid editor. Okay. Or I'm just not capable of using it. Where are the updates? Technical debt. Add some features, but mostly pay technical debt. As a Redditor suggested, I increased contrast between the ground and the objects, which made the what did it do? Well, that's actually not that important. Mainly for Steam Deck support and added some features like lower contrast ground, like a darker ground color. Well, that's not really a feature. That's the saddest feature. Added some features, but mostly paid technical debt. I created a tutorial yesterday that explains the game's basics. After seeing that many players have only played for 20 to 30 minutes. Yeah, so that's one reason. The other reason is if you buy the game cold, without knowing anything about roguelikes, then you will have a hard time. So yeah, that's why I have the tutorial as well. Recap of Rangedrifter's first week of the early access launch. I think that's okay. No images, no frills. Or should I put in a video? Maybe, why not? Why not? Actually. Okay, that's not the right one. Is it? I hate this so much. Movie 4. Out. I have to look at it. MPV. Is that it? No, definitely not. Definitely not. Why is this called movie 4? Did I screw up? Web, maybe? That's it. So it's movie 3 web. Movie 3 web. And then let's make this play continuously without sound, aka GIF. And what the hell happened? Why am I also still struggling? I'm still struggling. Do I add the GIF? I think so. I think so. Okay, is that okay? There's basically no links in there on purpose. Yeah, good enough. It's good enough. What is this? What's the link there? And why is it not showing correctly? Jesus, I fucking hate this website. Fucking hate this website. Okay. Anyways. Let's do a round in the game. Make clean, make run. And I can show you the tutorial I made. So basically there's this help button now, and you can select it. And it will tell you about the game. Pretty basic. So there's no controls, there's just, it's a slideshow basically. That's the compromise. So I could do this in a day. Because yeah, doing a real full tutorial with hand holding and everything would take a week. So yeah, that's it. How it looks, how it works. There are 31 slides, and then you're back. So yeah, that's how it works, and it really explains the basics to get you started. Nothing else. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's all I did yesterday. That took the whole day. From waking up to going to bed. And today I have a huge list of features. I've added to the list of proposed features. And I have to rate them by effort versus impact. And that's that takes like 10 seconds. So it's not a thorough a scientific process. It's just me thinking about it 5 seconds for each one. And then after that I have a list with low effort, high impact things I can do. And I've completed some of them for the last update. I'm not sure how many there are left. But I will then just move to the higher tiers. So that's a bit more effort, but high impact. And then so it goes. Going down the list. And of course, I should add features from every tier. But yeah, starting with the small ones is fine for now, I think. Okay, still pissed about the Reddit thing. Yeah, but that's how it goes. Let me actually look at the list. Wait, do I have it here? On this laptop? I don't think so, actually. Okay, this is where I came from. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty amazed that there are not more bugs that people find. Yesterday, someone reported the how stones get destroyed on ledges, which is not a bug, but it's a I've been lazy implementing that. So basically, if there's a ledge, which are the objects with which you can jump across gaps in some dungeons, they're pretty rare. But if you similarly, like with the boulders, pulling the boulders through doors, if you pull a boulder across a ledge while jumping to the other side, the boulder will stay on that ledge. And if you jump back on top of the boulder will get destroyed. And that's because if I push the boulder, so the alternative is what actually should happen is if you jump back across onto the boulder should just be pushed back and make place for you to land. But the problem is oops, wrong one. I'm not quite sure if there's not the possibility of something moving behind the boulder. So then you can't push it. And if you can't destroy the stone by jumping on it, you are locked out. But actually, I think the only thing that could move behind the boulder is a monster. And I have squishing monsters. So it might actually be not that big of a deal to just make the ledge jumps push a boulder. But then, yeah, no, it's more complicated. So if there's a if it's not a boulder, but if say you jumped across, no boulder, but there's a monster coming in, standing on the other ledge. You jump over. There's no pushing monsters. And I'm imagining. So there's a monster on the other ledge. If for some reason there's a boulder behind the monster, you're also soft locked. I mean, this is all super rare and shouldn't happen, but yeah, these ledges are a headache. Okay, can't I? It's a dead end. It's weird. Okay, I haven't been here, so that's the way probably. Wow, this is a tricky path. Finding a way is not easy. Okay, I still have food. Oh, great. Okay, that's a shard. I don't have... I don't have a spear. Okay, that's funny. Oh, that was bad. Should have waited for it to shoot the bush. What happened? Oh. Okay, I'm 1/3 in. Not doing too well. I would like to find a sword. And potions. Yeah, waiting for an archer to move is a bad idea. So yeah, these are the ledges. Okay, that's a dead end. I'm almost dead. But yeah, if I pull this and then I jump over, then it's gone. Which I need to change. Dude. Hey, level up. It's good. Hammer. That looked like a secret. But it wasn't. There it is. And a sword. That's awesome. Now a potion. Yes. Okay, we're back. Oh. Yeah, running out of food. So that's bad. Okay, more strength. Pretty good. I need vitality. That's a nice crit. Oh. Let's drop the daggers. Hello, dead end. Okay. Not the brightest. Oh. Not with me. Okay, let's let it destroy the thing. Oh, not bad. Okay, centipedes. Oh no. Wait, medicine doesn't help against blindness. That sounds unfair. Oh, oh. That's a freaking mammoth. Oh. Okay, it wasn't that bad. Let's not carry that. Let's carry this. Okay, we're halfway in. But it only really gets hard at 2/3. Oh. And these are ruthless. Oh, code. That's awesome. And I was just thinking about that. Is it increases your health regeneration? And there are the wolves. Let's use some stones. That won't work. Oh. Okay, that's funny. I wanted to hide in the hut, but it's locked. And I don't have a potion. But that was good. Let's drop the claw. And this is more strength. Oh. But no potions. So that's bad. Okay, I'm almost dead. Potion. Thank God. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It ran away. Oh no. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. But that was crazy how the troll seemingly knew what I wanted to do. There's no logic in there at all. So yeah, the post got a few views. That's cool. 3,500 turns. I mean that run was okay. Wasn't great, wasn't bad. Okay. So let me go to the bathroom real quick and then we'll start ranking. And the ranking, oh yeah, I'm already here, okay. And yeah, it's in the to-do file. Okay, be right back. All right. I also think the views on Reddit are inflated. Because I noticed if I sit on one of my own posts in the subreddit that I just created and I refresh the page, it goes up by 2 always. The view count. Slightly suspicious. Anyways, enough about Reddit. Check out the to-dos. Okay, so I've some I've already rated, but there are a lot that I've not rated. And I did all the ones with the 0 in the cost. So this is the rating, this is cost, and this is impact. Should be effort. Effort, impact. And yeah, let's just continue with these. So add more music. That's pretty high effort. Medium impact. Clean up the terrain. That's well, what is high effort? Let's say it's medium and medium. Place locked chests in the world. That is let's define high and low. So adding pets is high effort, high impact. Look at the checked off ones. Make tiles produce different step sounds is medium effort, high impact. I'm searching for low effort, high impact. Where did I put them? Low music by 360 dBs. So that's one. That's a small task because, not because, but that means it's low effort and high impact. Kind of high. It affects gameplay all the time. That's high impact. So let's continue with that. So locked chests in the world. Medium impact, medium effort, medium impact. Add bird particles, medium effort, low impact. Place static readables with stories and lore all over the world. That's high effort, high impact. Add boulder puzzles to dungeons. High effort, medium impact. Add someone to the start or tutorial that explains the game. Okay. Tutorial is not playable anymore. Add someone to the start that explains the theme. That would be medium effort. High impact. but I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do. So that's another question entirely. Add something that destroys armors, weapons, and charms. So that would be, well, that could be anything. So let's put it at medium effort, high impact. Make items come with decreased durability. That's low effort, potentially high impact, medium impact. Add place names. So that's high effort. And I think high impact. This might actually be one of the first things to introduce the world and the story better. Yeah, that actually might be the anchor. Add more soundscapes. That's high effort, medium impact. I mean, the impact is high, but it doesn't change the game. Add grave robbers that loot the temples. That's high impact. High effort, medium impact. Because they are just more mobs. Add more diverse food items. That is low effort, medium impact maybe, or also low impact. Let's say medium impact, because it's a bit of world building, like the grave robbers. Add good and bad potions. Not sure what that means, but it would be medium effort, maybe high impact, depending on what I do. So let's talk about potentials here. Add 10 scenes of past dreams and hopes lost. That would be a high effort, high impact. Add a senator as an end boss of region 1. Hey, Wolf. Meow. Add an end boss to region 1. That would be high effort, high impact. Add 10 readables and murals that tell the story of a tribe in the outskirts of the barrier. So these are just this is not planned. This is just an idea. But that would be medium effort, medium impact. Or it could be high. Add rare crazed enemy that attacks everybody, even allies. That's low effort, medium impact. Could be just confusing. You have a rabid wolf that attacks everything, that people might just think that's a bug. Lighten the vignette but add cloud shadows. A day in the overworld. That's high effort, low impact. Or medium impact. Add desirable and unique top tier items. That is medium effort, high impact. Include Steam API. Okay, I have that. Let's put that down here. Test a max roll hit sound variation. That would be low effort, medium impact, also low impact, pretty low, I'd say. Yeah, that's low impact. Find vendors along the path. So vendors, there would have to be at least double the number of items that are in the game for vendors to make sense. Also, there would have to be money. Kind of. Probably. So that's high effort. Unknown impact. Hero can return to start using the pathstone and buy stuff using coins. Same thing, that's super high effort and unclear impact. Add stone axe destroyed message. That's an N. To give the player a sense of direction. It is low effort, potentially high impact. The player knows where they are. Because, yeah, it's kind of frustrating. So this one is a good candidate to be added today or tomorrow. Fix the randomness to have matching seeds on Linux and Windows. Update the demo with new seeds. I have that. Oh, yeah, I would then have to update the demo. So effort is probably high. Impact is minimal. Other than that, I can have. So the demos on Linux and Windows have different paths in them because the seeds don't work the same. Which is a problem and it's annoying, but it's also not something that's critical. Make the hero color changeable in the options. That's low effort. What's the impact? So nobody complained about not being able to see the hero. Shocking, I know. But also if I implement this, I would waste the opportunity to have the hero color mean something. So this actually goes. Let's change this to make the hero color change depending on the progress player. That's much better. Add a stomp sound effect for ledge jumps. So that's actually, don't think it's that high of an effort. I have all the sound effects and the impact would be, yeah, it sounds like an error. So I should do that. Hide secrets behind furniture, that's high effort. Well, let's say it's medium effort because I have to do this all over the world. And it would be much better. I have another to do here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. Yeah, here it is. Add 5 hatches on the furniture that drop into dungeons. So that's much better. than having false walls behind furniture. So I think this one goes as well. Add new palette swap option for colorblind players. Okay, this is high effort. And what's the impact? I mean, the impact for colorblind players is of course very high. But for the rest, nothing really changes. So this is a tough one because it's high effort. Because I need to create the palette and I need to validate somehow that it's working. And yeah, let's give this a 1 for medium impact. Because this might also help other players, not just ones with a color blindness to play the game. Okay, add collectible relics that are viewable on a special screen. So these are basically just busy work. They are the Koroks idea, which is, I think, if you don't have 900 of them, they could be pretty cool. So maybe 50 or so. Yeah, this is high effort. Because I need to place them all, I need to name them all, I need to give them all sprites. Or I should give them all sprites. Definitely need names. Or else they're just a currency that you can't spend. Impact is medium. Make spider blood do damage when walked over. So that is... that's medium impact. Medium effort. Medium impact. Same for the ghouls. 1-1. Write an in-game manual. I have that. Add cloud saves and maybe compress the save file. This is high effort because I'll need to test this. And testing this is a pain in the ass. And the impact is pretty low because runs are very short. Then arrange inventory and stat screens for more clarity. I mean, maybe if it comes up. Shuffle the turn initiative by implementing linked entity lists. This is unproven to have any sort of impact, but it's definitely high effort. Improve the fade in and fade out between app modes. That is probably medium. Add sound stingers for start, level up, and death. That is medium impact, medium. Yeah, let's keep this atonal because the music might be playing underneath. So add visible enemy near death state. 1-1. 1 0. Make low health enemy. I mean 1 1. Okay. Make low health enemies be slower. 0 1. Let's name this make some. Low health enemies slower. Bring back the bow. So yeah, bows are super weird in that they consume a resource when used. So this would need another thing that does the same. And or I just leave out the arrows, but that's yeah, because the arrows are make this complicated. Bring back the bow. So this is high effort to do it right, and medium impact. Add a potion that switches day to night. So this may be this more of a. So the idea would be that day and night have more impact on the gameplay. So this would be, I'm actually not quite sure if skipping through the daytime looks good. I think it should. But this is, yeah, this needs more work. So it's high effort, potentially high impact. Okay, add back scroll of power enchanting that increases the level of an item. That might actually be not that hard. And that might be pretty cool. Well, it's kind of hard because I need a screen. I need a input mode to apply the scroll. Wait, is that true? I think so. Okay, people posting on the Reddit thread. Add back scroll of power enchanting. So that's high effort and potentially high impact. Add fungal spores and fields that do damage. That would be cool. So that would be gas. Poison gas. So effort would be kind of high impact as well. Make the player manage their standing with the god in meta progression. Yeah, that's definitely high effort. Potentially high impact. Write text for characters that share important info for the run. Okay. That's high effort, high impact. Add caravans and camps. High effort, medium impact. Or high impact? Well, it depends. Add ghostly apparitions near temples. That's medium effort, high impact. Then pets, high effort, high impact. Give each region a faction of NPCs. That's for the future. Add enemy infighting. That's one. So that would be between types. A chance, shortcuts, and backtrack mechanic. That would be medium. Speaking to ethereal ancient beings by sacrificing items on altars. 2-2. Create more vistas. 2-1. Give enemies more agency. Load up abilities. So this is something that I want pretty soon. So this is high effort, high impact. But let's move this up. And split regions into sub-regions. Using large features. Yeah, that's hard. Add points of interest. That is also heavy. Procedurally vary the color of objects in these sub-regions. 2-1. Add night lights near dwellings. That's 1-1. Add sword and sorcery props to establish the setting. That's 2-1. Make controllers work with Bluetooth. That's 2-1. Yeah, Ethan, how's it going? Apply Rogue's distinction of lit and dark rooms. That could be awesome. 1414 wishes. And 48 says, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Going good. Roasting over here. It's getting cloudy though. It's 33. What weather will be more? Okay, that's crazy. But it's pretty hot here too. Yeah. I felt it last night when it at 1 in the morning when it was still really hot. It's crazy this early in the year. Add a hit activated hero plants in the world. 1, 2. Shing. Hijack. Entrances. One of contained parts of the overworld that require a key. I'm not even sure how that would work. But it's definitely not easy. Something with bolt stations, okay. 3 NPCs that appear at many locations. Make NPCs remember the player. Okay, for that I would have to have NPCs. Make world changes. Accumulate over time. Oh, that's a cool idea. I'm looking at these weeks later and I interpret them differently and then they become pretty cool. All these ideas. Make placing gems on sockets open portal. Okay. I mean, the whole game is right there. If I would implement this. Decouple dungeons from the entrances and shuffle them. I mean, this would be high effort and actually low impact. Add back sneaking using the wait button. Or hiding in bushes. 2. Place traps under some items scattered over the world. Spawn traps instead of spiders under bushes. Okay. Managed to use Steam command to install the game on my Mac and use Wine since Steam blocks the installation because of platform checks. But in Steam CLI you can disable the check. That's awesome. So it runs with even with the Steam API included. That's awesome. So far, yeah, I mean, when it boots up, it should. Then it's I've only launched it and ran around for say 50 turns. Yeah, I mean, if it boots up, then it should run. Because it's the booting up of the game where the Steam API kicks off its checks. Okay. Five readable items. Add fast regrowing vines that act like hedges. Oh yeah, this is cool. 1, 2. Make raptors pose as bushes. Yeah, that's a recurring 1. 1, 2. Collapsing floor plates that shut off the path back. That's pretty hard. It would have to be a wooden pier type of situation. Lockpicking minigame. Not sure how much better that would make the game. Bad food and bad potions. Didn't I have bad potions somewhere else? Places for the player just to hang out. That would be very difficult. Add more survival like disease and cold. Add tiles that allow falling off and dying. That's maybe... okay, yeah, that's different from the collapsing plates. I did nearly fuck up my Morrowind save as I installed it into my Morrowind directory, but thankfully I use SVN to manage my Morrowind save game files due to modding. Why would you install the game into the Morrowind folder? And also managing Morrowind files with SVN is kind of crazy. Sorry to break it to you, but... last time I used Steam Command, I used to install Morrowind and set the default install there and forgot to change it. Oh, okay. It was too slow. SVN works like a charm. That's funny. Okay, tiles that allow you to fall off. Yeah. Add disease that randomly affects you eating raw meat. I think I have that. Somewhere else. Add flasks that are fillable with healing liquid. The world remember the items dropped by the player. Add gear destroying enemy ability. That would be medium effort, high impact. Have an NPC trade a charm for something better. Add an NPC at a random location. Makes the hero lose a level for a +3 item. Okay, that's way too specific. Let's make this an item, and then that should cover that. Transform a useless item. Okay. It casts late game monsters that transmit diseases. Add zombie guards that catch the hero in a net with a ranged attack. Let's just call them guards, and then that's better. The stats on the T-Max status right bit. Was that updated earlier today? Yeah, I updated these when I started stream. Not screened. Scream. Stream. Yeah, so they are 1.5 hours old. But yeah, they don't change that rapidly, so. Make the player choose the optimal order in which to tackle major milestones. I mean, that's a good idea, but doesn't say much. Screamed in joy due to the amount of wish lists and sales, surely. Yeah, I did. I do every day. But yeah, the wish lists are crazy. Not sure what's happening. And sales as well. Pretty cool. One faction NPC disappeared, higher reputation level. Make more faction NPCs. Okay, that does make sense. Probably a lot of people waiting for a 1.0 release or for reviews to build up. No idea. Probably. Or for the demo, not sure. Make the hero fight through challenges in a final dungeon. Might be a good idea. Increase difficulty by limiting the use of select items or actions. Okay, that doesn't say anything. But let's just leave it there. Add a feature that raises the camera high up, revealing nearby points of interest. This would have made sense if the game was open world, but it's not. But it would make sense if this... If it didn't... if it shows further down the path. So that would make sense. Make the hero start amongst friendly NPCs that introduce the theme of the world. Yeah, the other idea was better. Show the hero what powers he can have in the end. So yeah, that's the... Doesn't Metroid do that every time? Shows you all the abilities for 5 minutes and then takes them all away. Let's keep this low. Add an item that increases player speed. For that I would need the initiative list. Give the player enough options to address common situations. Okay, yeah, so this is clever, cautious, and direct. This is pretty important for the future. Make patches, provide places to rest, fight, encounter, and solve puzzles. Places to rest. I have the others. Places to rest. Sounds interesting. Make dungeons become visually clear. The heroes pass through them. This could be a cool idea, but that's hard to implement. Add scenes painted in the environment, past tragedy and hope. Okay. This just makes this just says more detail in the overworld. Environmental storytelling. Make the hero befriend recurring characters and learn more about them. This would make the game more Disney. No, don't know if that's a good idea. Befriend is bad. Let's call this meet. Hey Adam, there's some environmental storytelling. Yeah, with the graphics of the game, that's sadly a bit limited. But yeah, I won't. I'll try anyways. But that's yeah, that's what I love about Skyrim the most, is the environmental stories. Even just finding zombies in the homes, I'm like, dang, what happened here? Yeah. They are there on purpose, yeah. Hero meat. Let's call this 2-1. Add cloud shadows. I have that up there. Add an antagonist. Like I had. So I mean the antagonist is the path, is the barrier, but I had an idea. What was it? Forgot it. But a real antagonist, I'm not sure. Will be, in any case, it would be hard and it would have a high impact. Consultation of the gods. Have that up there. Add enemy infighting. Okay. Duplicate. Add overworld clefts that they can be jumped down into underground dungeon. I'll do the budget variant for that with the holes, probably. Add probe device to scan the dust and dirt for items. Okay, this is ultra old. No. Add jumping off a ledge to access remote areas and find your way back. That was an open world thing. That's no longer applicable. Add inspection of surrounding objects for clues of how to proceed. So this is, yeah, I've been maybe to lift the game to the next level, I'll have to introduce container looting, which was in the game before, but I threw out for sake of simplicity. So if you actuate a chest, it then wouldn't collapse and just leave the item on the floor. It would actually show you the list of what's in the chest. But for that to make sense, you would have to have more items. So that you have to have something to display and something to choose from. And that would probably also mean that the inventory limit gets lifted. But you can do an awful lot of environmental storytelling with just a bumping into a table and it telling you what's on the table. And yeah, so that might have to happen. But before that, the game would have to reach a critical mass of objects that you can no longer handle with throwing on the floor and picking up. Maybe there's a middle ground, but I'm not sure. Inventory limit is such a core challenge in the game for me right now. Yeah, it's pretty central. But it's also not that not that harsh, because the potions stack and food stacks. It's still kind of forgiving, but yeah, I wouldn't want to make it any harder. I'd rather move in the other direction, but still having a limit. So it's at 8 right now, and then maybe raising it to 10 and then to 12 if need be. That would be the way. So I don't think it'll ever be an open inventory or that I'll use to or that I'll move to weight, carry weight or something like that. Don't think that'll happen. So adding inspection of surrounding objects for clues on how to proceed. That's super vague. It doesn't say anything. Yeah, and dagger stacking duo. I wonder if you had worn upgrades, equipped items splits from main inventory, how much it would help. Oh, okay. Get what you mean. That is a cool idea. But then if you have a full inventory, how do you take stuff off? Do you just put it on the floor then? But yeah, having something like... So there are a few games that I come back to for ideas. One is A Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo. And there you have all the items in slots, in dedicated slots. And really important items land outside of the inventory. So then charms would land outside, have a separate inventory. Maybe you get locked in inventory screen until you drop things intentionally. That could work. But yeah, maybe putting charms in a separate inventory might help, but then you don't have the... Well, you could make it a very small inventory with like 3 slots for charms where they land. That would be maybe a bit better, because you could then find a charm that increases your charm inventory, for example. Right, I'm working on Risk of Rain 2 currently, and that has infinite inventory, but a unique equipment slot, so you can only have one. Okay. Are you working on Risk of Rain 2, or are you playing Risk of Rain 2? But yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's an idea I could explore. I could decorate entrances like a prelude of a story. Yeah, that's a good idea. At special events at a specific time. That's a good idea. At special calendar days, time limited content. That's the same thing. At the change of the color of the didn't I have that? Working on it. Oh, cool. I haven't played it, but I heard of it. It's infinite inventory. Yeah, there are so many moving things in my game right now that it's really hard to tell what the best solution would be. Yeah, I think I'll just need more time to figure that out. But separate inventories could be one way. But it could also be that I throw out the charms or change them to something different. Yeah, and generally, I think the inventory is more of a tool and less of a feature, if that makes sense. It's settlers, day night routines. Okay, no settlers. At a solitary board game. Okay. This is all still open world stuff. Pseudo multiplayer, large monsters that can cause injuries. Yeah, this may be good. Quiet torches for dungeons, but not interiors. So yeah, the idea is, so in the original Rogue, you have rooms that are dark. Is it Rogue? I think it's Rogue. Otherwise it's NetHack. I think it's Rogue. So they are completely dark, and it would look like if you're blinded in the game. But you can have a torch to increase the light radius. And as there are three world layers in the game, I could have the lowest one of them act just like that. So that would make, and the lowest layer are the large dungeons. So this would make them much more dangerous. And it could be pretty cool. Okay. Let's begin sorting this. Yeah, those are the only zeros, I think. If has links, a few days off and suddenly wishlist almost tripled. Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. Okay, these are the heavy hitters. 0, 0. It's not that good. Okay, we need ones. No, does it mean I should disappear forever? No, Fastlings. That's the wrong conclusion. I also wasn't here. 5. Look at my manual bubble sword. If that is a bubble sword. No idea. Four. That's good to hear. Okay. Where am I? 2. Oh, here. Yeah. 1, 0 is, yeah, bad. Okay. Okay, now let's sort the 2s. Wait, they should go further back. Okay. Almost done. Few zeros. This is a visual ASMR. Kind of. It's the coder's pressure washer. Okay. So I managed to find 3 tasks that are 0 effort and high impact. So that's awesome. It's like mining for diamonds. 1, 1 here. Was there something that kind of shocked you after the publishing? Yeah, it shocked me that so few bugs were found, and I'm still suspicious about that. Doesn't add up. And what also shocked me is that it just ran, or it just runs on everybody's computer, as far as I know. It's a good type of shock. Yeah, I was prepared to not sleep for 3 days. But yeah, didn't come to pass. Shocked me like this all day. So that was pretty good. Okay, let's see what we have. Add a stone and destroyed message to give the player a sense of direction. Oh shoot, just remembered, I found a bug last night. Where should I report? Write them in the write the bug report in the Steam discussions forum. That would be awesome. If it's not too complicated, you can just tell me right now and I'll see if I can fix it. So here, I wonder, did you recognize where the new wish lists are coming from? I think they're all from Steam. Let me see. I think they're all from the Steam store. There's somewhere to look this up. But it being Steam, it's not easy to find. Oh. Marketing and visibility, maybe. Oh God. It's complicated. It's impenetrable. It's like a huge Excel sheet with cryptic names. So, no idea. Using a leap spot when an enemy is on the other end, they get deleted. Felt like a bug at least. Yes, that's because it doesn't have a sound effect yet. And I've basically forgot to add the sound effect. But they get deleted because I fear there could be a edge case with something standing behind the enemy. Yeah, it'll get a squish sound. And a nice little particle splat. So yeah, I'm afraid there's a edge case where something stands behind the enemy. And I mean the alternative, I should say before, would be to push the enemy away. from where you land. But if there's another enemy, for example, standing behind it, I can't do that. So you would be soft locked. That's why I've same with boulders, and that got reported yesterday on the Steam forums. If you drag a stone while jumping across a ledge, then the stone stays on the other side. And if you jump back, you also delete the stone. So yeah, that is just a work in progress. So it's not a bug. But yeah, thanks for noticing. And I should have... Oh yeah, here, there it is. Add stomp sound effect for ledge jumps. Low effort, high impact. Okay, make hero color change depending on the progress of the player. Yeah, that's not low effort. Good to see that this has worked. Items come with decreased stability. Okay, only have 2. A feature. Actually, this is a feature. Okay, this looks more grim now. I only have these 2. And then I have a giant wall of high impact, high effort things. There's also a centipede. I squished some -2 bugs. Yes, the centipedes have been getting me. They are actually scary. But I'm still scared the most of the mammoths. Even though the one I fought today wasn't that bad. So yeah, here's the first featured thing. I want the player to have an idea of where they are in the path, and the most obvious thing to do that would be with the path stones. Now the super lame variant would be to just print in the message log in the bottom left that, okay, this was the 7th stone that you've destroyed. That would do the job, but it would be pretty bad. This is what this to-do is. But I would much prefer to have the stones be distinct visually in some kind of a countable way. But the graphics are so limited. Not sure if that's possible. Or maybe I could... yeah, I only have 8 slots in the floor tiles for the prefabs. So when the stones get written onto the position, they take a 3x3 tile patch from that I call a prefab and paste it over the world. But if there's a stone standing on that 3x3, then I only have 8 tiles to paint on. And that's not enough for the path. Which is, yeah, makes this a bit more complicated. Else I could just say, okay, I paint a triangle shape or so for every stone you've crossed. That would actually be a good idea. So if I go to the prefabs, what's this? Smooth stone. And there's also no stone here. Okay, I have no idea what I did. But this is how these things look. And I could just say, okay, let's paint these crosses in here. Or maybe something better. That's easily recognizable. Something like this. No. That's a trap. Which is squares. Like, do I copy 5x5 or 3x3? Oh, it is 5x5. So I have enough, probably. Okay, 3, 9, 9, 3. Oh, these are just the start and end blocks. Start and end positions. But they are not the actual stones along the path. And of course, they are not copied. So let's try that. Instead of just placing the stone object, I will paste over the prefab, and then okay, this object will be deleted then. But that's fine because I need to place them. I need to create all the prefabs anyway. Okay, so this goes And then I need to add what to the X? Let's just copy these. Invalid. Okay. Path. Okay, and this should compile. Yeah. So the prefab is at 9.3. This one. And let's copy this. So this is at 15. So yeah, they are 6 apart. This will be the first one. 15.3. And this is, well, now I need the number. Don't really. Let's test this first. Let's see if this still works. Okay, I'm using this one, and I want the stone on it. And let's also paint in. What was it? Oh, it was just square. It's a bit weird. Maybe just... Okay, these are all letters. What is a good symbol? This maybe. Also, I'll have to figure out how to arrange them. So that I can fit 10 of these symmetrically. Hello. Or do I just put bushes on top? Wait, will they get deleted? Let's use this. Okay, I need a shorter path. To test that. Okay, this area looks crazy. Here's one. And there should be the other. Okay, this works. It's also pretty cool that you have to cut the bushes to see how many there are. Oh, but I now remember that it's only guaranteed to have a 3x3 space. So yeah, it pastes over the 5x5 prefab. But there's only a guaranteed area of 3x3. But actually, if I put the symbol under the stone, then it should still make sense. So this will, but then I can also just do 3x3. This will then be what? No idea. Okay, that might be a bit hard to see. I think if I, yeah, so these symbols, they remove the ledge lines, but I'm afraid this one won't. But this one will. So let's just make it pluses. Because everything below the ASCII symbols will break the ledge. Well, I could also use this. I thought the other was the other one was better. But I can actually just edit this. Because these were meant to be for the controllers, but since changed that. I need stone bottom like this, and then The first one doesn't have anything. First one starts up there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 maybe. Yeah, then that's the question. How do I grow them? Doesn't make sense. That maybe. Okay, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4 apart. And I didn't look at where the center is. 14, 12. 14, 12. Wait. Oh, okay. This is where it will be put. This is where it... Where it what? Copies fab of size S at PF to P in layer L. And patch PI. Okay, patch PI is no longer there. But yeah, it's this is where it will be copied. This is where it's coming from. So that works. But now I need to find out where in the path this is. And what the hell this computation is. Okay, I can just use I divided by 10, I think. So I is the patch in the path. So they are currently 100. So I is between 0 and 100. It's it looks here if I is a multiple of 10, and if it is, then it places the stone. So if I is from 0 to 100, I can just divide it by 10. That gives me the number of the stone, and then I add the number which I've already forgotten. Is it 4? The offset in X. And that should move through the stones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 4. And let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I should add more. I think I need 10. Wait, do I need 10? Don't think so, because I have start and end. What aborted? Assertion. Okay, whatever. That means, yeah, here it is. If I is less than okay, this is the other way around. Why is this? Okay. This says don't place the first stone and don't place the last stone. So this should be fine. Okay, it doesn't work at all. Why is it not showing? It's all the same. So always copying the same one. Okay, let's look at the copy fab function. It goes through and copies over the colors. Okay, I lost my ability to type. Options, teleport. Don't see why this shouldn't work. Why this, yeah, this shouldn't work. Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. The symbol I chose is the symbol for overwrite this if you want to. Wait, but does that make sense? Let's just change the symbol to a plus. And maybe a gray one. That's one. That's one. That's one. This doesn't work. Must be an error in the number. Divided by 10 times 4. I don't get it. So it copies the prefab at 14 and 2, 14x, 2y, but it's not adding this to the x. This I divided by 10 times 4. And I don't change the value of I after it's set here. So that's just I'm missing something. So this says for every 10 patches. And this says give me the prefab at 14x, but add 4 for every 10 patches. For every 10% of the path. Don't get it. Yeah, what's that? Is that a bush there? Okay. Great, it's also not walkable. Okay, let's make this maybe a bit easier. And then let's take this and let's fill this in. Still doesn't solve the first problem, but maybe I mean it should be walkable now. Yeah, that's fine. But it's still only the first one. Okay, let's just use another method. But I'm not sure if that makes sense or makes a difference. I mean, it's completely buried. That's funny. Oh, but this looks different. This actually looks different. Why? Why does it look different? Yeah, I think this is working. So that's okay. Yep. Okay, so this works. So there will be more floor plates the further you get. Or stone slabs, what you want to call them. And then there's 9. And then there's the last one. All right. Let's check out the smaller path. The normal path, I mean. Add no, make path stones have slabs that show the progress. Okay, function. Okay, apparently I changed something in the tutorial. And see if this still builds. Looks good. Alright guys, I'll be going offline for today and I'll work on more features. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. I will be back tomorrow or the day after that, working on more stuff. I plan to release a update on Friday again, where all this will land. And yeah. Thanks for the support. And I will see you in the next one. Alright, bye guys. See you next time.